You are now tuned in to the Premier Hotspur TV. Sit back, get involved, comment away, because we are live.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, north of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes, guys, tonight we are bringing our very first Q&A, me and Matt. So be gentle with us. This is our first time. So guys, get into the comment section, guys. Whack over your questions to us, and let's see if we can answer your questions for us. And we want to welcome co-host Matt. Matt, how's it going, pal?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, good to be back on. Hope everyone's well. Yeah, it's been nice, like we just spoke about. It sort of before we went live, just been nice to refresh the batteries, isn't it? So yeah, it's also been quite refreshing not to have Spurs sort of whether ruin your weekend or you're just stressed about it. It's just been quite nice to have a sort of football-free weekend. But yeah, I kind of miss it as well. So it's a double whammy, really. But yeah, hope everyone's well, and yeah, all good, mate. Ready to get in tonight for questions and answers, and yeah, hopefully just have a laugh as well.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly, mate. There was a few people waiting in the chat, mate. We'll bring them up. Is it Concept Clang? Can't wait, George. Yes, George. Thanks for coming in. Paddy, yes, Paddy. Thanks for coming in. Hi, mate. I've not been on the channel for a bit, but I'm back now. Yes. And Finish. This one again. I think I pronounced your name right, pal. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for the message you sent me as well, mate. Absolutely appreciate it. George says hello. Yeah. It's past 7:30. Yes, I know, guys. We're here now. Paddy says hello. How's it going, Paddy? Normally it takes a second to set up the stream. No, we're just having a bit of a talk, just catching up because we haven't spoke for a couple of days, so we're just catching up on a few things before we come on. Okay, sorry, Paddy. No, it's fine. It's 3 minutes past. George, come on, you Spurs. And yes, Josh. Yes, Josh. He's in the building. Go on, lad. Big up, Josh. Go to the Spurs debate, guys. Yeah, go and subscribe to Josh. Absolutely fantastic.
Any samosas tonight, Josh, mate?
Yeah, any samosas, Josh, tonight, mate. Any pizzas going out, lad. Raj, thanks for that, pal. Lily White Lane, thanks for tuning in. Go over to Lily White Lane as well.
Yeah.
Smash subscribe over to Lily White Lane. Fantastic content. Fantastic youngsters coming up as well. Do you lads watch any other sports other than football? I myself love a bit of basketball. Do you know what, Lily White? We'll get back to that in a minute, mate. Just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Harry, how's it going, pal? Will Kane leave Spurs? That's another one. We'll catch up on there, mate. Vinaj, we'll catch up with that one in a minute. Thanks for that. Lily White says, are you lads watching Pavette King and White or the UFC? I like a bit of boxing, and I said, well, we'll get back on that. Let me get on Carlos. Evening, chaps. Thanks for tuning in. Paddy, are you using StreamYard? If you are, can I go on? Yeah. What I'll do then, guys, if Matt, if you can just go through some of these questions, Matt, while I just stream. Let me just catch up with some of these. Paddy, what I'll do, I'll send a link in the thing. So if you want to come on, at least just ask a question instead of writing in the thing. Obviously, got me samosas. Looking forward. Go. You know where to go for that. You know where to go for that, Josh. Southall Police Station, that road down there, that's samosa place. You know, and I'm not reading this one now. Matt, this one here, I think it's a bit of a. I'm not reading the name out. The Tango plays. Yeah, that's the. It takes me to flipping catch me. If White loses tonight, it's over. Keep up the good work, guys. Matt, can we we'll go on to this one, mate, while I set up. Can you answer this one, mate, while I set up the stream and the thing?
Yeah, you're right, Lily White, mate. Yeah, I do like a bit of basketball myself. I like boxing. I'll be watching the White Povetkin fight tonight. I think White will win. I do like a bit of cricket. Like maybe when the Ashes is around, things like that. Love the Ryder Cup in golf and the Masters. You know what? I'm quite a sports fanatic, so I'd say I like quite a lot of sports, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, what other sports do you guys like?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a massive. I said I'm a massive sports fan. I can see where Matt's coming from there. I do like cricket. Well, I used to like cricket, guys. So, guys, first before I ask I answer that one, guys. The links in the chat now, guys. So if you did want to instead of putting a question here, want to come on and ask a question, yeah, me and Matt's we're fine. We're literally fine with that. Absolutely. Yeah. As I said, I like darts. I
do love a bit of darts. I got into darts this year. I got into it.
Yeah, you got to go watch it live though, Matt. I've seen it a few times.
Oh, we need to go, mate. I actually want to go, so we need to go.
Seriously, I tell you, the best place what I've been to, it's the Winter Garden to Blackpool, mate. Absolutely rocking. That rocks that place. Telling you, fantastic. Absolutely.
I'm coming down, mate.
Absolutely, seriously, mate. That's in July, but I'm not too sure if that will go ahead. I mean, so it's the back end of July, that tournament. But yeah, I do like a bit of. I don't mind some basketball. I'm not a massive fan. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan. Rugby, nah, I'm not. I can't get into rugby. I know it's a proper man's sport.
You know what? I'd watch like England in the World Cup in rugby and Six Nations, but I'm not massive into it. But I watch it like a little bit. Yeah.
And you know what? I did have someone in the chat. Private message. Yes, Paddy, if you want to come back on, mate, I saw you was about to want to come back on. You take yourself off. If you want to come back into the stream, mate, and we'll get you on, mate. So I like a bit of what else? What other sports there?
Boxing,
athletics.
You like boxing as well?
Boxing. I love boxing. Yeah, I do like. But the only thing with boxing, on one of these, I should watch these undercards because some of these fights are quite good. You know what I mean, I've watched a few, but I always go for the big ones. You know what I mean, like that Fury and Joshua.
I can't wait for that. That just needs to be finalised now.
Boom. So yeah, Yellow White. Yeah, thanks for that question, pal. Yeah, we like all sports, but football's the main one. Football's the actual main one. So Paddy, if you're still in the chat, mate, come back on and we'll get you on, mate. I've seen the message you've sent me in the private chat. Yes, mate. We know you're there. So if you want to get yourself back on, go back into that link and get yourself back on. Which is
I do like a bit of Wimbledon as well. I do love Wimbledon.
Oh yeah,
I've got to say.
Yeah.
Gotta love a bit
and
of
do you know what as well? American pool as well.
Yeah.
When it's USA versus Europe, I like that. The Mosconi Cup, yeah, I like that. And Harry says, and we'll go on to this one. Vanish one. Matt, what do you reckon this? Will Kane leave Spurs? Now this is the question. This is a massive question. Before we get onto that, I think we have got Paddy. Let's get Paddy on. Paddy? Hello, Paddy. Paddy Stewart, are you there? No, he's gone. So I don't know if it's technical at his end. So if you want to come back on, pal. Also, if you're going to come on, we will prefer who we're speaking to. So we do like to have the camera on, guys.
Yeah.
So we know exactly who we're speaking to. So we'll go back on this one, Matt. Will Kane leave Spurs? Well, it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. There's different stories coming around about Kane. He could he could look to leave in the summer. And then other stories come back around saying no, he looks like he's going to end his career at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Which way do you see it, Matt? Which way would you see Kane if, just say for instance, Spurs have a bad season, they don't finish in the Champions League, we don't win a trophy, and we end up like 6th, 7th, something like that. Is that something like Kane will stay around for? Do you reckon he'll give it one more season, or do you reckon, do you know what, he'll push for a move in the summer?
I think it's as much as trophies, mate. It's about records of him as well. So I think even if we had a bad season, I think he'd give it another go. Probably go to Daniel Levy himself and say, look, you got to get this season right. You got to back whoever's in charge. Bring in quality players if you want someone like me to stay. Also, his family are probably massively settled here. Like, all his kids are at school. That they're all settled. Like, his wife likes London. So, yeah, and he's a family man. So, I suppose he'll look at that first, and he knows at Tottenham he's got the world at his feet, And I think the thing on our side is no one will be able to pay 200 million this summer, or close to it, which is what Daniel Levy's going to demand. So in that sense, with his injury record, someone might not pay that amount of money.
No basking.
Right, yeah. So, to me, guys, I just think it's going to be a long summer for Spurs if we don't win a cup, if we don't get Champions League. I think they always say Kane's going to retire at the club, but we don't know what will happen at this club. We don't know with Harry Kane. To me, I would love to believe that he wants to stay at this club and finish his career here. I just wish this guy we got to win him trophies. He deserves trophies. This player deserves trophies. There's a player right at the minute who deserves success and trophies. This is your man. Seriously, he deserves success. He gave his all for Tottenham as well, and I would not I wouldn't stand in his way if he wanted to. No,
I wouldn't stand in his way. No,
believe for Tottenham, the hard it would take to lose a caliber of a player like that. Unbelievable. Seriously, how do you replace Harry Kane? It's just you can't replace Harry Kane, can you? He's an unbelievable striker. People are putting him up there at the minute as probably the best in the world at the minute. Yep. So I'll go with that as well. I think he is. I think he's improved his game all round. So to me, it's a tough one. Do we believe the stories that what these tier 1 rumours are coming out with, that it could be wanting to retire at Tottenham, wants to stay for his career? Reading as much as you want, guys, because it changes every day, mate. And at the end, money talks. And if someone is seriously in the summer, and Harry Kane does, and they've heard that Kane does want to move, mate, seriously, there is a couple of clubs I reckon who can pay the money. City will pay the money. I don't care what anyone says. He will. If seriously, if we think, and Kane wants to win trophies and wants to stay in England,
City are more likely. City would be more likely to go for someone like Haaland, with the price wise and age on his side, and no injury.
Yeah,
like terrible record,
So your answer to that, Vinesh, is that me personally, I would love to see him stay at this club, but I want to win trophies for him. Not only for a fan, for the whole club, but for someone like Harry Kane, he deserves trophies. What he's done for this club, he deserves everything to me. And but thanks for your question. Absolutely fantastic. Keep them coming, guys. Keep the questions coming. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in so far. Smash the like, subscribe if you already haven't, and thanks for the 27 who just subscribed to us today, or since last night over the thing. So yes, massive support. So thanks for everyone, and we're nearly at 1,000 followers on Twitter as well. So we're on the board. I think we're about 20 odd away from 1,000 followers, and on Insta as well. I think we're about a few hundred. So yeah, we'll try and get Paddy on again. Paddy Stewart, are you there?
He don't have his camera on.
Can you turn your camera on as well, Paddy? Hi, lads. Yeah, I'm getting your message, mate. Can you switch your camera on, mate, if you can hear us? No.
Right. No, he's not there.
No. Sorry, Paddy. If you want to come back in, mate, try again. Lily White says, are you lads watching the Povetkin and White or the UFC? Obviously, I think he means tonight. Matt, are you going to watch anything like that?
I'll watch the White Povetkin fight. I might watch a few of the undercards because sometimes they're the better fights. Surprisingly, you know, and you see the up and coming boxers, which is great. It just doesn't have that same build. But yeah, I'll be watching White Povetkin definitely.
Yeah,
UFC's too late for me.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan, mate. UFC. It's hardcore, man. That's some hard.
It's just too early as well. It's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I might watch that White fight. And Paddy's cam won't work. It won't work. I'm sorry about that, Paddy. But if you don't think, well, just put your question in the comment, mate. Or if you want to try again, and we'll give it a go again. And guys, yeah, even chaps, yeah, we've got that. We've got was that if White loses tonight, it's over for him. Dittrix Kane says, keep the good work, guys. Thank you, pal. Absolutely appreciate it. Josh, got to have samosas. Never a day he doesn't have them. Oh yeah, I love a samosa as well, me personally. Here's another one. An interesting one, Matt. A good one actually. Pochettino or Jose? Go on, Matt. You can answer that one first. Oh dear.
I've got to go Poch. I think. I just think because of the memories, because of the, you know, what he did with our squad was incredible. I feel sorry for Jose at times, but I think Poch came more across with the fans, and I've never really felt a connection like that with a manager, and the fans were all on side, and it was a club going in a big direction. It just didn't get the backing it needed. But yeah, I'm Pochettino, mate.
Yeah, it's. Do you know what? I think it's a too early question for me. It's a too early question. Pochettino's had his 5 years. Jose's had his 18th month so far. Okay, he hasn't gone according to plan. What I wanted, me personally, but to me, I think if he gets the right tools, he will. Seriously, I think he will turn Tottenham around. But you can't just take away what Pochettino done. No, I mean he took us from here and he took us up. He took us up a couple of levels with the squad he had, with 2 transfer windows without spending. Took us to Champions Leagues, Champions League final, to a couple of semis. I think he went to a final as well.
Yeah.
So yes, we have come close with Poch and the good football as well. Yeah, but he had prime players in that team. Where Jose, I think he's been given like declining players. You know what I mean? He's sort of trying to work it out now. Me personally, I got to say that's a question a bit too early yet. Me personally, obviously everyone's going to go Pochettino because he's obviously what he's done and he's been here longer. But I'm one of these. I'm not giving up on Jose yet. I mean,
no, I'm not giving up on him. I just think
me and Matt was talking about it before the Palace, Burnley, and the Fulham game. We did say it wasn't good form going to these 3, and we were saying, do you know what? We don't know where to go now. I mean, we're given these 3 games, and he got over it. He won the 3 games, and okay, minusing the defeat against Arsenal and coming out of Europe. Me personally, I'm still backing him. I really do. I'm still backing Jose to turn this around. I think what Harry Kane as well said. He's embarrassed. He's disappointed with the attitude of some of the players. So it's great what Harry Kane's come out with. So that's not gone for Jose, has it? So I think it's a bit too early. But as I can't argue what Matt said, Pochettino. You at this present moment, you're going to have to vote Pochettino because of what he did and where he took Tottenham. But yeah, I said watch his space with Jose, and let's see what he can do as well. But at the minute, I'm probably gonna wade to where Matt's saying Pochettino at his moment. What he done for Tottenham. MVG. Is that Michael Van Gogh? Is it about there?
Yeah, MVG, yeah, Michael Van Gerwen, yeah.
Yeah, I went Winter Gardens in Blackpool, was absolutely insane. Yeah, loved it. Yes, Harry, yes.
Yeah.
You know it when you've been to Winter Gardens, mate, you know you've had a cracking night. What that place rocks. It's small, but atmosphere, mate, you can't hear yourself until you think. It's unbelievable electric. Seriously. Vince says, thank you for following me on Instagram. Not a problem, pal. Not a problem. Absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Where you based, Simon? I'm based in north of England, a little town called Fleetwood, out of Blackpool there. Some people may not have heard of it, but it's just outside of Blackpool, about 6 and 7 miles away from Blackpool. Everyone's got to have heard of Blackpool. It's one of the busiest resorts in England at the minute. So I'm not reading the next one because that's another dodgy name. I've seen it all before. Simon, I heard you like.
What?
Nah. Matt? Is that a dodgy name as well?
No, I don't think so. Call him. Just say Siddiqui, then you'll be right.
We've got actually a couple of chats here. Last question, lads. Yes, Paddy. I've got your questions in the background here, mate. I'm going through the ones here, and we'll get to your questions as well. Thanks for leaving the questions there, mate. Absolutely appreciate it. Lily White Lane says, I'm a very sporty person, big Cams fan in basketball, love boxing and watch the big fights. UFC is also quality, and also a big fan of snooker. Snooker. That's one I can't watch, Matt. I don't know about you. Can you?
It's like I could watch it maybe for like a couple of minutes. I love playing it.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because it is good to play. It's good for your maths and everything, isn't it? It really is. It's really good. It helps. It helps with maths, but I can't watch it, mate. Seriously.
No, I can't watch it too much.
Oh man. Snooker bangs. To be fair, Harry says. What about NFL? My favourite team is the Philly Eagles. Do you know what? I don't watch none of that. To be fair, but Matt, do you watch any of that? Mate?
Well, we've got friends in Chicago, so probably mine are Chicago Bears, because I've got a top from them. So yeah, I quite like following them.
So is this the NFL? Is this the American football? Yeah.
Yeah. So I follow the Chicago Bears. Yeah. Not the best team, but they're pretty good.
Well, I think my brother's a big Patriot fan. I think.
Standard.
Actually, he's been following for years, actually, but I just can't still get into it, Matt. I really can't. It's another one. I just can't get into it. I think it's because I don't know the rules. So yeah. Thanks for your question, though, pal. Carlos says, guys, what's your favourite player's song and sing it?
What's your favourite player's song?
I like that one, Didier Secura's one.
What, favourite player's song ever or just now?
I think he means ever. I think he means since been supporting Tottenham, innit? Kino. I love that one.
I did like the Bale one back in the day. Jermaine Defoe, he's a Yiddo. That was a classic.
Yeah, Jermaine Defoe,
I did like the Ericsson chant. I mean, you can't not.
Yeah, yes.
That was a great song. That was such a good song.
You with me to the left, to the right. He's a musical dynamite. He come on down to the left. He made us all look shite. Yeah, I did like that one.
That's the thing. That's the thing. We haven't got any songs at the moment because there's no fans. But I'm sure next season.
when I watch a couple, when I've been to a couple of games, went to the Bricklayers pub. And we
Oh,
sang
what
in
a
there.
pub!
What a pub, mate! What a pub that is. If you know the Bricklayers pub, that is a fucking pub, man. That rocks on match days. And we sang it in there. That Ericsson song, mate, and it's fucking beers are going everywhere.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
it's good.
funny as fuck, mate. Brilliant, seriously.
The one
You
for
covered it
me-
for stink, man.
The one for
Before
me
you
was
go to the match.
the one for me was I went to the Tottenham Stadium for the final, Champions League final, and then even though we lost at the end, like there was a constant Dele Alli song. It went on for about half an hour. It just didn't stop all the way through the whole concourse. It was brilliant.
Absolutely. We've got another guy who wants to come on, but Super Yan. Paddy's saying it's Super Yanzi's favourite.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Who was it? Who else? Trying to think now.
It's weird that Toby doesn't have one.
Mm.
Oh no, you got there's the Toby and Vertonghen one, isn't there? I forgot how it goes.
Oh fuck.
Toby out the far world, yan.
Yes, that's it. Absolutely. But one of my favourites, I think it's Keno. When everyone shouts Keno, Keno.
Yeah.
When Keno was there, absolutely.
I like
It's more of a chant than a song, though. Oh,
yeah, I quite like the Stephen Carr one. That was good.
Yeah, Stevie Carr.
Yeah, or even Martin Yole. You know, Martin Yole. He's got no hair, but we don't care. Martin Yole.
He's got no hair, we don't care. Martin Yole. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. And if we go on that thing as well, favourite Spurs song, I think it's Everywhere We Go. That's when the crowd sings that, mate. Everywhere we go. Tottenham make all the noise, isn't it? Tottenham boys making all the.
I quite like watching Tottenham on a Wednesday night. You play Thursday
because you're fucking shy. Oh, the feeling, what a night. Oh, what a night. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Right, guys,
best.
you've had your singing, right? We may come out with some more because I may think of a couple more as I go down there. But, guys, thanks for your question there, mate. District Scan says one dream singing and one player that you want. Oh, signing, yeah. What we put down? One dream. Wow. You're gonna go for the big guns, isn't it? You're gonna like Mbappe, innit? That's the one I want.
Yeah, that's probably the one I'd have. Mbappe or Haaland. Mbappe or Haaland, probably. Maybe Van Dijk because he turned our defence around.
Yeah, you probably at the minute will go for a defender, Matt, innit? Something like that. But me personally, if I had a free shot,
it would be Mbappe.
Mbappe, it's gotta be. Guys, what do you think? That's quite a good one. What do you think in the chat? Me, it's got to be Mbappe. Me. How about one player going out, Matt? Going out the club.
Eric Dyer.
Me. Yeah. Or Davinson Sanchez at the minute.
Probably Winks as okay. There's too many. Yeah. There's too many. No, actually, Winks.
I'm going Winks. Yeah. That's the one. Harry Winks, guys. Yeah. But thanks for your chat there. Jesus Christ, I hate when he flipping just does that. Goes right to the top. Sorry, lads, it won't work. I'll refresh. I've got your questions in there still, pal. Not a problem. He needs to leave if he wants to win something. I can see where you're coming from.
I still think we can win stuff. I think
we can still win stuff. I just think Jody needs to be back properly, and that's all right.
Yeah, we need a whole new defence. For anyone to see. Nothing wrong with our attack.
To me, let's see how he gets. Harry says, should we buy Felices on a permanent? Me personally, I've seen a couple of streams going on about this question. They're all about sending them back. To me, If we can negotiate the deal down to what 15, 20 million, which
I think
Danny
that's a
Levy
good deal.
I think that's a good deal. I think that's a good deal. And I think, do you know what? He's only been there a short time, and when he scored against Villa, that passion he showed. That's what I like, because he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on at the club at the minute. He knows that's an important goal. You know what I mean? So I think he gets the passion already. He's only been there. I don't know what you think, Matt. I just think he's got that in him. But we've got to play to his strength. I keep saying this, guys. I keep banging that drum. We've got to play to his strengths. He's a box man. He's a box striker. We need to get the boxes and the balls into the box, guys. Seriously, and he's that kind of striker. He's completely different to Harry Kane. But to me, I think he's done well, Matt. I really do. I think he's done well in Europe, in the cups thing. Got his first Premier League goal against Villa. Okay, it was a tap-in, but Paddy Stewart's going to try again. Here we go. Paddy. Evening, Paddy.
No, he's gone. Is he real? I think I'd be inclined to agree with you. If we can get it, I wouldn't pay 40 million for him, put it that way. But I think if we can get it down between 15 and 20, then I think it's a good deal. And everyone says, it was a tapping against Villa, but at the end of the day, he's got to be in that position to put it in. So it was good movement from him. He held up the ball really well against Villa. And that's just, hasn't started that many games, if you think about it. If he got like a proper run of games, I think he could be a good striker. It's 9 starts, 9 goals. So it's not really that bad, is it, really? Every time he starts, he scores.
Talking of strikers, Matt, as I said to you behind the scenes before we come on tonight, I've had a guy, he's subscribed to the channel, he's followed me on Twitter, a guy called Colin Bennett, and he's told me a lot of stories about his late father. Was a Tottenham player back in 1946 to 1954, and Les Bennett. And I said to him, I'd like to share this story out to everyone. So if Colin's listening to this, mate, this is for you, Colin. So this is a little shout to his late father, Les. His Tottenham record was 272 appearances, 104 goals. Very good return. And he's won some honours as well. I think he won a second division and a first division with Tottenham. Been to a couple of semi-finals, I think the final. So so big up Colin Bennett, literally, for subscribing to the channel and telling me that story. Seriously, it was unbelievable to hear. Absolutely. And it's a small world. You don't know who you're talking to, do you, Matt?
No.
And I love hearing things like that. Ex-Spurs players, it's brilliant. Absolutely telling me all the history. He showed me all these trophies. He showed me all the programs. He showed me everything. He's literally showed me everything. Pictures of him playing for Tottenham. I think it was around the time of coming up to Bill Nick and all that. So me personally, shout out to Colin Bennett, and his late father Les Bennett. God rest your soul, pal. As I say. So that's that. That's a forward. Vinesh says, when you were younger, was your dream to play for Spurs? Oh, of course. Every young footballer. Well, I was a footballer when I was young. I always wanted to play for Spurs. That's all, isn't it? You always want to play for your boyhood.
Yeah, of course.
Team. It didn't work out in the end. Oh dear. But hey ho, you got a dream, Matt. Could you answer that question as well?
Yeah, of course. When I was younger, you grow up with people like Defoe, Keane, and you think, oh, I'd love to be in that position one day. Or when you're younger, you're the world's your oyster. you know, you never. I think if you want something, you try and go and get it, and you work hard. I think if I could go back now in terms of to the past, if I could tell my younger self if there's something you're good at, then strive to do it and become better each day, and just work hard. I think that's the motto that that I'd say to my son or daughter in anything or in life. You know, you got to work hard to be successful. You don't get it on a plate. Very, very rarely that happens. So yeah, you got to be driven from a young age to be a professional footballer. It's not easy. Even if you're a talented footballer, there's many people who've tried and they haven't quite got there. But yeah, it's all about mentality and determination. But yeah, of course, when I was younger, I wanted to play for Spurs. Amongst other things, I suppose being a millionaire would be one of them. But
Absolutely, Matt. Yeah. So as I said, I can echo what Matt said there. If you want to come, it's just if you've got some youngsters watching on this and things like that, seriously, go for it. That's all I say to you guys. Literally, just go for it. Just follow your dream. But that's what Matt said. You've got to work hard, and to me, in this day and age, you've got to have a special talent. I really do. It's ruthless out there at academies and things like that at the minute. Absolutely. They're bringing other people from other countries and things like that. So the competition it's rife. It really is. But to me, hard work pays off. That's what Max said. If you want it, you've got to work hard. So yeah, that's what I'll say on that. Nice one for the comment. Spot on, Simon. And don't stand in his way. And yeah. I totally agree. I think he's on about Kane there. Yeah, I won't stand in his way. I won't stand in his way at all, mate. He deserves it. The best all-round 9 in the world. He says, can't argue at the minute. Me personally. Harry says, love seeing Merson saying how good Kane was. It was amazing. Absolutely, yeah. As I'm saying, a guy who said he's not going to score goals on the Mourinho. You know what I mean? So. I think he had to swallow his pride and what he said then, and track back, and he had to say something like that. You know what I mean? He's made himself look silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eunice says, "Hello there, lads. Canada's to Marks and the World Cup thoughts, and to make the World Cup thoughts. Was it? Oh, yeah. How do you pronounce that first name? That Davis, that guy plays for."
Alphonso Davies and some rising footballers.
Liam Miller from Liverpool and Jonathan David from Lille.
Yeah, that Jonathan Davies class. Yes, he's really good.
Yes, he's very good. And Liam Miller from Liverpool. Do you know what? To be honest, I haven't seen him much.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him. I'll have to check him out.
No, worth checking him out. Yeah, but Alphonso Davies, what a player!
Oh yeah,
absolutely, yeah. I think calendar to make the World Cup thoughts, Matt.
Hard to say. I don't know who they've got in their sort of group for qualifying and things like that. I mean, have they started qualifying? I mean, I don't know. Nez, you'd be able to tell us a bit more. I mean, anyone's got a chance. They've got a few good players, but I'm not sure about overall if they've got enough.
Yeah. And beloved Hotspurs, yes, Adam. Thanks for tuning in. So, guys, if you're in the chat, guys, and you're waiting for your question to read out, just be patient with us. Me and Matt like to read out every single one, guys. We don't like to miss anything, guys, because it's you guys. It's the reason why we keep doing things like this, guys. If it wasn't for you guys, it'd be very hard to do things like this. So we thanks for everyone's support, everyone's patience. Just be patient in there, guys. We will get to everyone's question. We haven't forgot Paddy's as well. Paddy's got 2 or 3 questions in the background, what he's messaged me privately. So we will get onto them as well, Paddy. So yeah, stick in there, guys. Just be patient with me and Matt. It's our first one. So yeah, beloved Hotspurs. Yes, Adam. Hello, my lovies. How are you? Yes, we're all good.
All good, mate.
How are you? How you, Ad? We're all refreshed. We've had a couple of days off. Yes. Top 943. All right, Simon. Yes.
All right,
how's it going, guys? Yes. How's it going, pal? Will Stewart, THFC rants. Yes, get over to Will's channel, guys.
Yes.
Bring some great content. So get over to his channel, show him some love, and subscribe to him, guys. What's your views on Lamela, lads? Do you know what, Bill? I'll kick this one off. I'm not his biggest fan. Okay, when we signed him from Roma, there was a clause that we'll give him. There was an extra bonus. We'll give Roma if he scores 20 goals. I think it was. He hasn't reached it. I think he reached 17 goals or something like that, Matt. So far, 17 goals in 8 years. I think that's an absolute terrible response for a forward-thinking player as well. He should create more, should score more. He's been injured more than what he's played. I think he's such a bad injury record. So to me, Will, that's one of the players I'd like to get rid of in the summer. Okay, you can say he's got the passion for the shirt. He does show that on the pitch. Does show some fight, things like that. But not enough going forward for me. Not enough creative going forward. Not enough scoring goals. Okay, he scored that good goal against Arsenal, but that's one in 20, 30. You know what I mean? He doesn't produce it enough consistent basis for me. So me personally, Will, that's one that I like to get rid of in the summer. Me personally, Matt, what's your view on that? What Will said?
I mean, I like his passion. I think if he carries on the way he's going and stays injury free, then yes, I'd probably keep him, because I think there's so many more problems in this squad before he needs to go. But personally, in my opinion, anyway. But he gets it. He gets what's wearing the badges. He gets what's wearing the shirt. As you can see, he's got quite a lot of pride. I don't think the injuries have not helped him at all. He's had some nasty ones: hip injuries, calves. Some of it's really bad luck, and I suppose all of it's bad luck. But you've got to give him credit for trying to keep fighting back from these injuries, because it must be horrible each time. Just being out for a couple of months and then back again, and then you finally find your feet and you're playing really well, and then you get another injury. So do you know what? I hope he can stay fit, and I just hope he can prove us all wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Will, thanks for your question, mate. I hope we've answered it well for you. Yusuf says hello. Yes, Yusuf. Thanks for tuning in. I see Simon's this something new to his hair at his leisure time. Matt looks new. Matt looks new. Haha. Yeah, I've got the gel in the hair tonight, guys. I haven't got the cap on. I thought there's a couple of comments in there all the time. Simon's always wears a hat. Guys, I do gel it every now and then. I prefer a cap, guys. Me, I prefer a cap, me. But I've always wore caps. To me, Hotspur Hustler, Simon, Matt. I'll jump on for 20 minutes. I've got a couple of questions for you both. Mike, if you want to jump on, mate, the link's there somewhere. If you want to go into the chat, mate. If you want to jump on, mate, absolutely feel free. Hit the link and jump on, Mike. If you're still in the chat, I'm sorry, it's got long, me and Matt, but we want to answer every question in there, because everyone given their time to come in here and support the channel, and we think it's right that we support everyone who comes in here with the right. We answer every question. So I'm sorry, Mike, if you are still in there, mate. Yeah, jump on, mate, and you can ask us some questions. Not a problem. Yusuf says, can't wait for the quiz. Will there be Claude? Yes. We cannot wait. We've got some real good questions, me and Matt. We're rattling through on Wednesday. Was at it for about a couple of hours, me and Matt.
We were, mate. We had a good laugh, though. We had a good laugh.
We had a good laugh at some good players and some real bad players. We didn't realise how bad these players were. And yeah, we had a good crack. And we come up with some questions, and we haven't gone for the obvious one. We've gone for some right bananas. Some of these questions, they're going to
be an easy quiz. It's not going to be an easy quiz.
Please, guys, don't cheat and go on Google. Seriously, just try and answer it. Honestly, you can. Okay, me and Matt can't see if you are doing it, but we will see if someone gets most majority of them right. We go, yeah, you're cheating there at some point, unless you are literally you've got it up there. You know what I mean? But yes, Claude is on. We have got Kenny Ken and Claude versus Bobby Singh and Josh from the Spurs debate tomorrow. So don't miss it, guys. It's going to be an absolute brilliant quiz. So Will THFC rants. Yes, Will, thanks for coming back in, mate. Too many adverts, lads, on NFL. Even I can't watch it. Well, here he goes. Someone lives in the USA, even he can't watch it. Too many ads. As I said, Will, when I used to live at my mum's and that, and my brother used to watch it, and he's a massive fan. But even I sat there once, I couldn't get into it. I really just couldn't. It's just one of them sports I can't get into it. But Matt's got a team. He likes following it. So
yeah, Chicago Bears. I like Will, but that's because we've got friends in Chicago who literally just got me the shirt. So
here we go. It's nice.
To support
nice. Yeah. There you go. So Will, thanks for coming in, mate. Lily White says when it comes to NFL, I'm all Dolphins. Been a tough few years, but building a bigger rooster, but too reliant on one player. Sorry, Lily White, I can't answer that question because I don't follow the sport. Matt can probably shed some light on it. Matt.
Yeah, so Miami Dolphins used to be probably one of the best teams in the NFL when they had a player called Dan Marino, I think it was, something like that. But yeah, no, I don't know too much about them. I mean, yeah, obviously they're rebuilding. You know, you got the Patriots who are probably up there, you know, with the Chiefs. But yeah, no. Funnily enough, my dad knows the chairman, the person who owns the San Francisco 49ers. So if ever I'm in San Francisco, I can go to a game and sit in the box there for free because he knows my dad. So that's a cool fact for you of the night.
Oh, there you go. Here we go. So we're going to bring in Mike and the Hotspur Hustler and his new channel. Mike.
Hi guys.
Hi, Mike.
How's it going, pal? You okay?
How are you doing it? You both
Not
keeping
too
all right?
bad,
Hold
you?
on, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. I think that's better. How are you doing, both? Keeping well?
Not too bad.
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, all good. All good, too.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I thought I'd ask you guys a couple of questions, and I thought it'd be, do you know what? Why not, if I could, just jump on and ask you them on the video, boys, if you don't mind.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
so
not a problem.
I had to write these questions down as well because I was just a bit like, I'll forget them otherwise. The other night, when we got, and I hate repeating this and I hate bringing it up again, but when we got knocked out of the Europa League, who do you think Lloris was calling out in his post-match interview?
Matt, do you want to answer that one first?
Yeah, I think it was the sort of players that have been moaning behind the scenes. I definitely think Winks was called out in that.
Yeah,
just because he's been kicking up a bit of a fuss previously. And he's come out saying he needs to play more because obviously the Euros and things like that.
I'd agree with that one as well, to be fair, Matt. I
Yeah.
think he's one of the problem ones.
Yeah. So Winks. Do
you think Serge is one of them?
I was thinking that, but then I'm like, yeah, he has been quite good all season, and he hasn't really made much of a fuss from what I've seen in the press and things like that. But he is a bit of a naughty boy in the changing room, I've heard. So
I tell you what, if I give you my list of who I think are the problem players, and then you boys just dismiss or discuss. So I think Eric Dyer.
Yep.
Because he's not been playing much. Mm-hmm. He's not been in form, and I do. Part of me thinks that because he's not getting played and as much as he was in the first half of the season, I think this second half, because he's been in and out of the team, I think he's been. I think he's one of the problem players. Him, Dele Alli, for obvious reasons.
Mhm.
I think Serge Aurier, from that Liverpool match onwards, where he left at half time, I don't think he's quite playing for Mourinho. Doherty, I think, is another one.
Mhm.
And who was the last one? I had one more. I said Dele Alli. There was one more. Sissoko. I think Sissoko's the other one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you boys agree or disagree, but they're the players that I think are causing Jose a few problems behind closed doors.
Me, Mike. Did you say sorry? Because I was just going through.
Yeah.
Did you mention Serge in that, Mike?
Yeah. Sergio.
To me personally, I can see Sissoko more than Serge. As what Matt said, he doesn't really come out and impress and moan about. He always seems happy on the training ground, Serge, and things like that. It doesn't seem like he's miserable, fed up. But you just don't know, under that
The reason I says Serge is because I don't get, and he's never come out. So when he left at half time at that Liverpool game, we never knew what that reason was. Apparently, rumours has it he threw his toys out the pram because he was getting blamed, and then he left at half time. To me, regardless if you're being blamed or whatever the circumstances are, you don't leave your teammates in the trenches, especially when you're 1-0 down against the likes of Liverpool. So that's part of my reason why I think Serge. I just don't think he's playing for Mourinho or the club. I think he's got his own agenda, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries pushing for a move in the summer. That's just my own personal opinion. I could be way off the mark.
Actually, sorry, Mike. Mike, you said about Serge there. Might be pushing for. I think there has been a couple of reports that he could be pushing to go back to France, back to PSG under Pochettino. So you just don't know. You just don't know what's going on behind the scenes at the minute. Because he seems happy, but we just don't know truthfully what's going on. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And I think the other thing as well is the fact that I think it's quite well known, Sissoko, and the amount of influence that he's got in that changing room. If he's one of the players that are unhappy and he's being vocal about it, then you can imagine if he's got that as bigger influence as, because it said on that documentary. Do you remember? I don't know if you boys saw the documentary.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, said to Mourinho that Sissoko's
Sacramento, I think.
Was it Sacramento?
He said he's the one that you need to talk to more because everyone loves him, basically.
Which, if he's got that big influence and he's one of the players that are unhappy, that's a big problem for Mourinho. I mean, me personally, he'd be on my list to get rid of at the end of the season. But you want him on side if he's got that big influence. I suppose you need him on side to the end of the season, don't you?
Yeah.
My other question for you boys is, what do you think the minimum is for a successful season for Jose?
Oof. Wow. To me, this question, when we was in Europa League, Mike, I did say, because someone did this question's been brought up loads of times. I've heard this question before. And my answer was that last time it was, I think, minimal was Europa League. Because at the stage, it didn't look like we was getting into the top four that Champions League way. So the only other way we could get Champions League football is through the Europa League. And to me, and I said at that time, Europa League minimum, and maybe in the top, maybe in the top six, maybe that could count as a good season for Jose. But now, it's got to be top four, mate. It's literally, mate. I think we have to get that top four because I think that'll hammer our transfer budget if we don't get top four in the.
Would you take top four over a trophy?
No, trophy all day long. Trophy. I don't want Matt's point. Matt can answer his one. But Matt,
I
do you
thi-
want to
I-
ask that quick
Pressure's on, Matt. What would you take?
Yeah. I've said trophy in the past, but I'm thinking for Tottenham's future, for Tottenham, and Mourinho maybe getting the back in, it would have to be the top four, wouldn't it? If he's going to get a bit more money. But I need a trophy. That's the problem. We all do,
Yeah, and I do sort of side with what you boys are saying. But if we're going for a trophy, how low? Like, where would we have to finish?
I think we've got to be in the top six.
Easy.
If we can, let's say we can like fifth and maybe a trophy. That's not necessarily too bad.
Yeah, I'd probably agree top six and a trophy. I think I wouldn't if we don't get a trophy, then like what Simon said. Me personally, it has to be top four. But a trophy is what we need. That trophy just to break that 13. Was it 13 years now? That 13-year duck.
Yeah.
But I don't. I wouldn't want to finish outside the top six now with a trophy. Because if you finish anything outside top six and you win the McDonald's Cup, it's a little bit. Is it worth it? Me personally, I find it a bit of a struggle to accept that.
The question is, Mike, if you say if we do end up not winning a trophy and end up six, would you think of changing Jose Mourinho as manager and replacing him, or would you do another season?
No, I'd stick with him because and I'll give you my reason for sticking with him. If we finish in top six, I personally would stick with him because if we get another manager in, they're going to have the exact same issues that Mourinho's got now. So if we get another manager in, he's got to clear out. Me personally, there's probably about 8 to 10 players that you could reel off quite quickly. Who I would deem as either surplus to requirements, stroke deadwood. And what's the point in bringing in another manager to have those issues when potentially we could just have another season like what Mourinho's had? And again, if if Pochettino can't win us a trophy and Mourinho can't win us a trophy, what says the next manager that comes in can win us a trophy? I mean, look at Mourinho's record. I mean, it speaks for itself. I don't think there's anyone in the game at the moment that's probably as successful as him, or if there is, there's not much in it at all. So, I personally would probably I would give Mourinho till December next year, like for the following season. And it all depends on sort of like how we start. If he gets rid of some of these players that I would see as dead wood, then and he starts off well, then I think keep him and give him one more season. Because the last thing you want is if Mourinho goes, and I think he probably holds the key to some of these players staying. If Mourinho, if he goes, then what's the incentive for Harry Kane, Son, Ndombele, etc. to stay around? They're not going to want to go for a rebuild. They'd probably be more inclined to think, well, our best chance of a trophy here is just left. Now you're bringing in a manager who probably won't be anywhere near as experienced or successful as Mourinho. They're going to want to do a rebuild. That's going to take 2, 3 between then and 5 years to get to where they want to be. I can't see them wanting to stick around. I personally wouldn't want to stick around for a rebuild if I was like Son and Kane. I'd probably jump ship or want to jump ship. So I think on that basis, let Mourinho. I think, and the thing is as well, he only has to really rebuild that back line. If he sorts out the keeper, because I think Lloris is, I think he's off to PSG at the end of the season, and let him go. He's 33, 34. There's other keepers that are younger, and I think probably more reliable than him. But he just needs to sort out us defensively. Get rid of Sissoko, get rid of Winks, get rid of Dyer, I would get rid of Serge Aurier because I don't think he just seems too much of an issue. And if you got rid of those 4, which is potentially realistic, you could bring in reinforcements to replace those with better players. Because attacking wise, it's not an issue. I mean, we've scored over 100 odd goals this season. Okay, you can question some of the teams that we may have played, but attacking wise, we can score against anyone. It's just defensively we've been just been atrocious, really. So that's my thoughts. Would you keep Mourinho?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would.
Yes, definitely. And 100%. I've been saying this all along, Mike. We did actually, me and Matt, before we played Fulham, Palace, and Burnley, we was going through a very bad spell, and we were speaking to among each other, was going, do you know what? Which way we're going to go here? Because it's not looking good at me. We said, right, let's get the next 3 games, and he's won he's won all 3 of them games. He's won the Europa League tie, and I thought he'd turn it around. I just thought against Arsenal and in the Europa League exit, that was down to the players, mate.
100%.
That was down to the players, 100%. It was. At the end of the day, mate, he's put out a decent enough team against Arsenal. Okay, you can say about Doherty, he's over Serge, but was Serge fit enough to start that game? And then you,
and he was the only one that you would in that lineup. Doherty was the only one that anyone would probably think twice about starting.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. So there's another 10. There's another 10 players out there who starts week in, week out. So what's the excuse of their performance on that day was absolutely disgusting. And going out of Europe, having a 2-goal lead, only need 1 goal to kill the tie off. That's not Josie's fault. That's the players, down to their poor attitude.
You heard Kane come out the other day, didn't you? He came out of his interview with Alistair Gold, and he pretty much said the players had no passion. No, that's not a manager. That's a player issue. That's a mentality issue. That's not being able to turn it on when they need to.
I completely agree with you. I mean, I think I heard, or I can't remember where I saw it. I think it might have been on. It might have been on Twitter. There was a report from Alistair Gold. It was if someone well known in the football world. They'd said that Alistair Gold reported that he could hear the Mourinho and Sacramento
shouting, wasn't it?
Shouting, push.
Yeah.
He was shouting, press, push and press and attack. Well, as soon as you cross the field, I mean, you can have a manager, and if they give you all the tools in the world to be successful, like you've got top class training facilities, you've got a top class manager, you've got everything you need to be successful. That's all well and good, but it's once you cross that line, that's not down to Mourinho. That's down to you as a player to perform. And I question some of those players. Not so much in the Arsenal game, because I mean the odd game can happen. I don't like the manner that we lost, but you can probably take it on the chin, given that we beat them at beginning of the season quite comfortably. Mm-hmm. But that game in Europa, where, and I can see Mourinho's rationale for sort of playing the players that he did, because you're in a comfortable position. We was, what was it, 0-0 at half time?
Yeah.
There's no excuse. 45 minutes. You should not be conceding. You should not be conceding 3 goals in 45 minutes against a team where most of them are probably plumbers. You know what I mean? Skilled tradesmen.
Yeah.
There's just no excuse for it, and they didn't. And that's some of those players on that pitch were not playing for Mourinho or for the badge. They would never have got away with that if there was fans in the stadium.
It's something Mourinho prides himself on, isn't it? He wouldn't want to lose that game. There's no way he told them just to defend. He said, "Kill this game off.
Yeah, exactly.
and do it early. And Tottenham, need. I think he's got to stay because Tottenham need to get a new mentality, and they've got to get a winning mentality, and he will do it. He will do it, whether it's this season, mate. I don't know, but he's got to get his own players in. That is still a Pochettino team, whether anyone likes to admit that or not.
Yeah, it is, and that's the problem. You've got a Pochettino team who he brought in, or those players that were in were brought in because they're accustomed to that style of play. When you've got a sort of a master tactician like Mourinho, whereby it is more counter-attacking rather than sort of possession-based attacking type football. You need those players that can be that are good tactically and are disciplined. And they can, and players that can sort of cope with the pressure and the concentration levels that are required to play at Mourinho's sort of style of play, I suppose. But whoever comes in, if Mourinho does get sacked, that could be further issues in itself. So,
plus also, Mourinho's got all the old Poch players who are not as fast, not as quick as they used to be, not as hungry as they used to be.
Yeah,
it's a problem that has been left to fester too long, and it's got to be sorted out this summer if we want to go places again.
Yeah, no, I agree. And my last question, which I've just got this last question, and I'll leave you guys sort of to crack on your show. I feel like I've hijacked it a little bit. If we get rid of Lloris, who would you want to see in the sticks going forward from a realistic perspective? Now, I've mentioned I've got 3 keepers here who I think would be realistic targets, which is Henderson, Pope, and Sam Johnson from West Brom.
Yeah.
Who would you boys? Who would you like to see in the sticks? And realistically, I mean, we could all go for a world-class keeper, but realistically, if we have to go for a new keeper, who would it be?
Well, me and Matt it's another topic. Me and Matt are always talking about who should be getting between the sticks, and I actually said the other day, was it Matt Kasper Schmeichel from Leicester?
Oh, I didn't think about him.
But do you know what, Matt?
How old he is?
How old he was?
How old is he now?
He's 34.
34. So he's older than Lloris.
Do you know what? That's crazy. I did not think. It is. I thought he was like late 20s for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but
wow, I didn't realise how old he was.
Yeah,
but to me,
keeper.
But to me, them 3 keepers, mate, are really good keepers. Pope, I do like Pope a lot. And it was the other one, Sam Johnson and
Henderson
from United.
Henderson, yeah, brilliant. I don't think we'll get Henderson though. You would never know. But to me, mine will be Martinez from Villa. We can get him because I think he's fantastic. Me personally. But yet again,
that Arsenal connection, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want another one of them, mate.
It's not. I just don't know if he would. You just don't know. Yeah. So, I personally. Go on, Matt.
Oh, who do I want? I do like Nick Pope. I think he's a really good goalie. He's commanding, big, a keeper that's very different to Lloris. And he'll be quite demanding, and he's good. I like Henderson, but I think, like Simon says, it'll be hard. He's on quite good form for United at the moment. He's also dislodged De Gea out of his place.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnson is not a bad one for the future. West Brom are likely to get relegated, so you could get him cheap, which is kind of a typical Spurs deal to do. So it'll probably be him. But I'd like Nick Pope for me.
You'd like Pope?
Yeah, I like Pope.
See, I've gone with Johnson only on the basis that Henderson would be the number 1 target.
Yeah, I'd have him if he was possible, but I just...
Like you mentioned, Matt, now he seems to just recently have dislodged De Gea in goal. Yeah. I think he's only going to leave if he's not number 1 going forward. And again, it's that whole would Man United sell to a rival?
No.
If they did, they're going to make us pay through the nose for him. So my realistic option was Sam Johnson, only on the basis that I thought his distribution was better than Pope and Henderson's.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
and I also thought, well, like you just mentioned, Matt, chances are West Brom are probably going to go down this season, so he would be available, and he'd probably be at a price that's reasonable. And I think he could actually. I mean, he's 27. I think he's 27. So
yeah, he's quite still young. Still young keeper.
Yeah, so you'd probably get the best part of 6 years out of him. That would take him up to sort of your 33.
Yeah.
33, 34 sort of age mark. So you get a good six seasons out of him at least. So that was my basis of choosing Johnson.
I think they'll go down the Johnson route if it's possible, just because they'll probably I'd rather assign a bigger and potentially a bit more money on a bigger centre back for me, and then get like a good enough keeper. Yeah, I do like Areola, but he'll go back to PSG, I think.
Yeah, PSG have got to be keeping tabs on him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He like you say, Simon. Though he's a class goalkeeper.
Potentially, though, could Spurs do a deal? You know, Poch wants one of our players, like an Aurier or something. Could there be a bit of cash and maybe an Areola in the deal? I don't know. Maybe.
Would you give him Dele Alli for Areola?
I'll give him Lloris. Yeah, you can.
Would you go for straight swap?
Straight swap.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I'd give him Dele Alli for that, because you do need to get some money back for him to put it back into the squad. I think that would be a bit of a.
Did you hear the rumours about Dele Alli, where Mourinho wanted to let him go to PSG?
Yeah, Levy blocked it, didn't he?
Blocked it. I think Levy wanted, was it £3 million, and on a loan deal, or it was I think it was like £3 million for a loan deal. And then Levy wanted 45 million. I think he was pressing for a permanent move to PSG for 45. I don't know how true it is, but I think there's probably some sort of element of truth there, because there's no smoke without fire, is there?
Exactly.
But yeah. Anyway, lads, I'll let you crack on. Great show.
Mike.
Keep up, guys.
Cheers, Mike.
I'm always,
Mike. If you want to plug, your new channel now, is it?
Mate. Yeah. So Paxton Road TV. That is going. Well, it's gone live today, actually. So I think we're doing our first. I think the first show's Monday. But yeah, it's the same guys. It's all the same guys from FTB Sports. So yeah, we've sort of separated the fan channels out a little bit. So you've got a separate Man United, separate Arsenal, but yeah. So we've done a separate Tottenham one. Still the same boys, but we've named it after the old North Stand. Hence the Paxton Road TV. Just a bit different. So yeah. Come over, subscribe, watch channels, the shows and stuff.
Mike. I've done it today.
But yeah, but guys, as I say, keep it up. Joy, I always watch you guys whenever I see, because you come up on my pop up on my phone and stuff, showing that you're live. So keep it up. I'm always watching. As you can always see with the notes I put in in the scroll downs there. So yeah, keep it up. Enjoy the show.
Nice one, Mike.
Catch you soon.
Cheers, Mike.
And everyone, get over to Paxton Road TV, guys. Over to Mike and Sam and Darius over there. They're doing absolutely great content, and literally get over there and support them, guys. Mike, nice one for coming in, pal.
Take care, lads.
Cheers,
Speak soon.
See you later, mate.
Bye, lads.
No.
So, guys, brilliant having Mike on. Absolutely fantastic questions there from Mike. Nice one. We've got to catch up here. We're having a bit of a having a bit of a moan up in the comments.
Oh, God.
saying what's happened to us. Yeah, where do we start? You guys are way back in comments. Yeah, we're sorry, guys. Mike want to come on. He wanted to ask some questions. Instead of like, and I did say to you before the thing, guys, I did put the link in there. If you didn't fancy putting your questions in there, you can come and have a little talk like what Mike did with me and Matt. So he did. Eunice, are you Canadian? Eunice says, you said yes. Carlos, we'll quickly run through this one. Matt, favourite biscuit for Dunkin'? Bourbon.
Favourite biscuit for Dunkin'? Oh, I like custard cream myself.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Matty, custard cream for real, lad. You can't beat a custard cream.
Telepathic, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's got to be either one of them, mate. Absolutely superb. Brian, thanks for. I know Brian's gone live now, but I know he's in earlier. Sorry about we couldn't get down here quick enough, pals. But thanks for coming on, mate. Card says, "Big up, Brian." Alexander, thanks for. Hope you're still in there, mate. Sorry, everyone, again that Mike come on. He asked a few questions. And Ulysses, fun fact: I live 15 minutes where Alfonso Davis grew up playing at the Edmonton Academy. He's dear to us Canadians, so people out there, never give up on your dreams. Who thought a lad from, yes, exactly, spot on, Eunice, where it snows all winter in a minus 40-degree weather, would win the triple with the biggest team in Germany and arguably Europe. Wow, minus 40, Matt.
That's cold. That's cold.
That's cold. Plus, Canadians have no interest in soccer, football, always ice hockey. Of course, it's a cold. It's one in cold country.
I'd love to go watch that though, ice hockey.
Yeah, that'd be mint, isn't it? We're in fights, isn't it? I'd love to go for the fights. And Will says, giving up the thumbs up. Yes, Will. Thanks for coming in. If you're in here, mate, nice one. Top 943. What's your thoughts on Stuttgart's Nicholas Gonzalez? Yes. I've seen him only a couple of times. He does look a decent player, this guy. It's one to watch, probably. One to watch in the summer if we've only got a budget. Matt, quickly on this one here, mate.
Yeah, no, I quite like him. I've watched him a couple of times. I think he gives us a different element. He's quite young as well, so he gives us that fresh energy. So yeah, I like him. Absolutely,
mate. You should say you guys will get lots of subs hopefully after the quiz. Yeah, if it does, mate, it does. Brilliant. But we did pick up. I was surprised how many we picked up yesterday and today. So obviously people are watching him, Matt.
Yeah.
Paddy says, do you think Spurs can get? Was it? How do you pronounce that one?
I don't know who that is, mate.
No, I wouldn't know.
I've never heard of him.
No, never heard of him. Actually, I got Paddy's comments. I think he said about Nagelsmann.
Oh, it's a joke. No, it's a joke. If you think about it, don't say it. But
oh yeah. Let's scroll up. Yeah. Over halfway can't be paired up with Cess. Yeah. I think this guy's a joker, is he?
Yeah.
Eunice says, Paddy, that's not even funny. Eunice, what you mean? It's not meant to be. He's a real player, Stop trying. He's saying it's a real player. What do you mean?
No way.
I see what you're doing. His name sounds like a drug. I think they're going at each other here. Yusuf said, got to go. Bye. See you on Sunday. Yes, Yusuf. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Paul Gregory's there. Flipping. I hate when it flipping goes right down to the bottom. Where was I? Sorry about this, guys. Paddy says, mate, stop banging on about it. Paul said, hello, my darlings. Yes, Paul, thanks for tuning in. Sorry it's taken this long to get down to these comments, guys. I said Mike wanted to come on, and we had a good chat with Mike there. He asked us some questions, and that's what it's about, the Q&A. He didn't really want to put it into the comments. He wanted to come on to have a talk to us. So, Yep, that's hello. Yes, pal. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the keeper from Lille. Yes, absolutely, mate. Yes, he looks a good keeper. Eunice. Yes, one to up. Nick Poach straight down for Bob from Hotspur TV. Thanks, Bob, for tuning in. Absolutely appreciate it, mate. Get over to Bob. Get over to Bob Spur TV, guys. Hit subscribe on his channel, guys. And Eunice says I can't see Pope leaving. To be frank, but Margaret and from yeah, he's a good keeper, Matt, isn't it?
He's
The
good.
guy.
I wouldn't say he's amazing. It's hard to say that at the moment. He's playing in the French league, which isn't exactly the hardest league in the world. But he's 24. He's a good young goalkeeper. Yeah, he'll be. It's a goalkeeper. He'll be. Whether he'll be an improvement, I don't know, but he'll do the job. It's hard to say with a goalkeeper.
Paul says Casper Schmeichel is older than his dad now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bob Spur TV, would you have started Kane in the Champions League final or kept Lucas? Wow. Do you know what? Me personally, I have to admit, I was the one who wanted Lucas to start. To me personally, over Harry Kane, he's just literally come back from injury. But I can get what you're saying, where people are saying you've got to start your top players in the Champions League final. I totally agree with. I totally get what they're trying to say. But to me, I think it's just unfair on Lucas. Me personally, Matt, what was your thoughts on that, mate?
Should have played both. Why not play both? It's a final. Moura's got to start because he's just scored a hat trick. He'll be on a high. Kane's got to play. He's probably Tottenham's best player, And if you get a chance, he would bury it injured or, if he's just come back. It was just on the day we weren't good enough. Simple as that. We dominated the ball, but we didn't really do much with it. Whether Lucas should have made a difference, we don't know. I probably would have started them both just to give us that extra attack. Could play Lucas on the wing with Son on the other side and then Kane as well. You play your best players. Any team would have brought back a player like Kane for the final. I think any manager would have thrown him in.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Matt. I really do. And when people saying around that time, mate, you've got to play your best players. I totally agree. I totally get. Sorry, where they're coming from. But to me, dropping Lucas, he got us to the final.
But
he must be.
If he didn't play and then we would have lost, people would have gone, "Oh, why didn't you start him?" So it's that merry-go-round, really.
So it's So yeah, absolutely, mate. Sorry, it's this one. This one is sorry. Paul says, you have to play Kane. One Poc would have been slated if he didn't start him, and we lost. Two, Barca would have not leave Messi out. Madrid would never leave Ronaldo at the time. Yeah, I said, Paul, and what Matt was saying there, I get what they're trying to. I do totally agree what they're trying to get at. But to me personally, I just felt sorry for Lucas. Gonzalo Clan says, should Tottenham sign from? Is that a player?
I don't think so.
I think it's one of things, Matt. Let's skip that one. Wind up one. Pick a winner, Matt. That quality is fucking fantastic. Hotspur Hustler, cheers, guys. Keep up the good work. Enjoy speaking with you both. Yeah, absolutely. We come on your channel, Mike. You come back. Hey, go on, lads. Absolutely fantastic. He's class at it. Go on, lad. Get in there.
I'm not telling him that.
Yes, Mike. I said me and Matt will be happy to come on to yours. Or if you want to come back on that, yeah, absolutely fantastic, pal. Great guy, Mike is. Paul said, "Would you rather support Arsenal or die?" Die.
Die.
Die. Definitely.
Easy question.
Next one. I should add that one, Matt.
Dad,
What?
would you rather support Arsenal or die? Oh, come on.
Well, I'm a man of a certain age, so I want to live forever.
So you're not going to live
support
forever.
Arsenal.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Right, get out. Get out. Get out of my house now. You're sleeping outside tonight, I tell you. That is a disgrace.
Oh no, never. Oh Jesus Christ.
It came down to
No, I wouldn't. I just said I'd die. It wasn't me.
Mike
I would.
says
Yes,
Paul,
I would. I'd
I'd
support
take
them.
death. Absolutely.
The question should have been support Arsenal or give up football. I'd easily give up football.
Yeah, spot on. Never read. Yes, exactly. Paul says, "Daddy cool." Yes, Daddy cool. Daddy cool.
What a song, by the way.
Good song. Here comes the Cyclone fan, Antonio from the other night. Thanks for coming in back in, mate. Much appreciated. Tottenham must buy US. Is this from them?
Don't eat them all.
That will be a big poach to Arsenal. To be fair, I haven't watched him. I don't know if Matt has watched him.
No, I've heard of him. I've heard he's a pretty good player. You know, I'll have to maybe look at his stats and maybe have a
couple of Googles, Matt. Couple of
Googles. Yeah, do a Danny Rose. I'm going to Google him.
Oh dear. Eunice says, "I want Leon Bailey for." Yes, I think he's fantastic.
I'd have
Definitely,
him all day long.
100%. Yeah, even Matt's agreed. Yeah, definitely.
He's class.
And to replace the washed Welshman who used us for stepping stool to get back into Madrid team and the Euros. I don't think he's never getting back into that Madrid team, Eunice. I think he's definitely used us for the Euros. But what I will say on this bout, everyone's flipping. I've been a couple of channels, fans are literally exploding about it, getting high tempered. What you got to realise, Gareth Bale will only come here for a season. So what he's trying to get at is like he's returning. I know what he's said, but I think the other way, what he's trying to say, like he's got to go back to Madrid anyway because his contract's up. His contract's up. So
it's taken out of context, isn't it, mate? Because at the end of the day, he still works for Real Madrid and he's under contract. So he's got to say he's got to go back. He doesn't want to go back there. It's clear as day he doesn't want to go back. Yeah. But he's got to be professional about it because he's got a contract. I believe he does want to come back to Spurs, but it's up to Spurs if they want to bring him back next season. That's the difference.
Exactly what Matt said there. Absolutely. When he's probably done that and said, trying to get reaction from Spurs board, I think that to see if they can get another deal for next season. That's what I mean. So it could work like that. So I would not get over hyped, over angry about it in a minute and like he's used us and things like that. To me personally, I believe that Gareth Bale, that's what Matt said. I think he wants to stay. He don't want to go back to Real Madrid. I don't believe that.
Well, he's going to want. He wants to play in that stadium with fans in it. He hasn't had that yet.
Exactly. And he's saying, he did say that him and his wife had a good speak, and it said that it was a great decision for him to go back to Spurs, and his wife is happy about it. So to me personally, I think people overreacting, Matt. I don't know if you agree, mate. Overreacting a bit.
I think it's just everyone jumping on. You know, I saw so much stuff on Twitter. Oh, he's a disgrace, and he's got to say those things because he knows he'll have to go back to Real Madrid just for a bit until Spurs agree a deal or anyone else. But it's clear to see as day that Real Madrid don't want him. There's reports today that they want him out. So I wouldn't be surprised if Spurs get a second year, to be honest.
Mate, would you take a second year, Matt?
I mean, if he can stay fit to the end of the season and he scores a couple more goals, then you'd say he's done his job. You know, I still think he's got a big game in him, and it'll be a typical Bale moment where he steps up on the big occasion. So you know, and then you get to pre-season at Tottenham, and he could be even fitter next year. You know, so I mean, part of me wants to see him just for him play in front of the fans again. I think that's what he came back for. Just unfortunate that we're in the situation we are. But yeah, if he scores a couple more goals, he would have scored more than Aubameyang if he scores a couple more. So
there you go. Matt said it there. Concept Clang. I put if you wanted to come on, mate. I put the chat. The link back into the chat, guys. It's the Premier Hotspur TV, the StreamYard.com. Click, just to click on that. Paul says we're gonna but Orzic and hat-trick hero. He doesn't seem a bad player, but me personally, I think he's gone to better things than him. Put yourself up for adoption, Matt.
What did I say? Oh, right, for my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, the forms are being filled out, mate.
Oh, dear. Bob, thanks for tuning in, pal. Again, thanks for staying with us. If you dated a girl for 8 months and fall in love with her and got engaged and had plans to live together forever, then on the eve of the wedding day, she told you she's an Arsenal. Would you cancel it? Matt, would you cancel it?
No, I would have spent too much bloody money on it. You know what? It depends on the type of Arsenal fan she is, because obviously I've got a few mates, but I've got one or two who are actually all right for Arsenal fans. Like they're actually realistic. Not, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're like the typical ones, like I don't want to call out anyone, but AFTV lot, that the people I'm on about, then potentially, I probably would call it off. But my brother is married to she says she was an Arsenal fan, like hardcore, but I think as they've got older and had kids, she's completely she's not even bothered. So it's not that big of a deal, really, I suppose, is it?
Yeah. So as Matt said, you've gone all that way, innit? Spent the money and things like that. And
you can't get rid of it now. No way.
And as what Matt said, it depends what sort of fan she is. You know what I mean? So I agree with what Matt said there. And what she looked like as well.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But thanks for that, Bob's. I've answered that one for you. Paul says, don't let this fella call inside with the names he's just tried to make you say on here. Right, okay. Don't let this fella call inside with the names he's just tried. Right, yeah. Okay, mate, not a problem. I think we got Dareth. Dareth.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hear you, yeah, we can hear you.
Go on, mate.
Oh, hello.
What's your question?
What do you think of Son's dip in form recently? He hasn't been scoring as many goals and stuff at the start of the season.
Can you say that again, mate? I didn't catch the actual question. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. What do you think of Son's dip in form recently? He hasn't been scoring as many goals at the start of the season.
Matt?
Hello, mate. You right? I think it's hard with Son. I think he had such a good start to the season. I don't think I want to get too down on two on him. I think every player has dips in form, throughout the season. If you still look at his goals, it's still his best goal record that he's had in a season. There's still 10 games to go. He's had 3 weeks? Going to have probably 3 weeks off. I think he was just tired and a bit knackered, to be honest. But he still chipped in with a few assists, and he does his job. But I'm sure he'll be back firing. When he gets one goal, he normally goes on quite a run. So I think we'll see that again. I'm not too worried about it personally.
Yeah, to me, mate, me personally, I just what Matt was saying there, and I wouldn't worry. as what Matt said. Oh, I think he's gone. Right. Okay. He has finished up the question in the way. I won't worry about what with Son at the minute. Me personally, I think he'll come back in form. Son.
Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Class is
right?
permanent. Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely. So the guy's gone.
Thanks for coming on, though, obviously.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, pal. If you lost connection, just get back in there, mate, and we'll get you back on. Das, yes, Das. Did you see my end of season predictions? I think I did. Get back in the chat about that, Das. I did see something about that, mate. Just get us and just refresh the mind, mate. Eunice, nah, I wouldn't take a second season. If we want to rebuild, we need to spend the money from his wages or better young players. The likes of Leon Bailey has never part of a future rebuild. Right, here we go. Thanks, Eunice. Facts and stats. Bob Spur TV. I have to marry the girl. I'm fed up of the tag. Oh, facts and stats.
Love that.
Yeah. Paddy says, when I join, can you let me on the mic? Works, but not the cam. Well, Paddy, if you jump on quickly, mate, before we head off, guys. So, Paddy, if you want to jump on, mate, click on that link, and we'll get you on if your mic's working, mate. Darth says Spurs 7th, I think. Matt, Darth saying finishing 7th. Is that a bad season for Spurs? That is a bad season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
It's not great for Jose. For Jose's reading as well, mate, is it? No. To me personally, would you take 7th and the Carabao Cup?
No, because I think we can do better.
Do better.
Our squad should be good enough to be better. Like it should be. So, like I said, top 5, top 6, and the cup. I think that would be all right.
Paddy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I think what it is, Matt. I think that's not Paddy Stewart. Someone's winding them up. Because it's not coming up Paddy's picture either. Pat P. I think that's Paddy. I think someone's actually made a name up in it. I think it's made the actual thing up as well.
Yeah.
So as you said, Matt. So you don't think you're at class 7th and the Carabao Cup, a good season. Me personally, this as it's going now, it's got to be top 4. It's got to be in my eyes. We've got to get back into that Champions League. But the question, we're waiting for a cup for so many years. Will I take a cup over Champions League? I said earlier I will. But people may look at it and say, "Flippin', oh Jesus Christ! It's only a Carabao Cup. No, in Champions League, it's got to mean more." You know what I mean? Nah, these ones are jokers, mate. I'm telling you, absolutely.
Yeah. 100%.
You want to come in? They're not coming in no more. Dar says ahead of Everton and Villa. I just put them a point ahead, Liverpool, but I think 5th is possible if West Ham drop points. Ahead of Everton and Villa. I think we're ahead of. I think we can get ahead of Everton and Villa.
Yeah.
Me personally, I just put them a point behind Liverpool, but I think 5th is a possible. Me, if we're going to go all that way with 5th, I want 4th. Me personally, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard in there to get 4th place. I really with the teams that's in there at the minute. I can't see where the points have been dropped.
We've got to go on a run. Most definitely got to go on a big run.
Definitely got to go on. It's got to go. Well, as I said, we've got 9 finals now. We've got to go on a massive run.
Yeah.
We've got to win at least 7 out of the 9, at least.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And Paddy says, lads, that was me. It sounds like a little kid, Paddy. So yeah. So Matt, it was a good. That was good. That was a good Q&A tonight, guys.
Was.
It was. I really enjoyed that. So as I said, it was mine and Matt's first one. I said we'll do a regular one. If Matt's available, we'll do a regular one, and we'll make it fans can call in and can ask just ask us questions and ask what they want to talk about and things like that. So yeah, that'll be no problem to us. And just thanks for everyone who's tuned in. Absolutely fantastic crowd again tonight. Thanks for Mike for popping in and giving us his questions as well. Fantastic for Mike. Paxton Road TV, get over to his channel. Remember, guys, hit the subscribe to his channel. It's just helping out all Spurs channels, guys. Let's not just concentrate on your own channel. Let's concentrate on everyone's channel. Let's help. That's what we're there for. Eunice says, any plans to do anything for the international teams for the Euros? Not qualifiers. Me personally, I'm not really. If it's the Euros, yeah, definitely. But it's going to be in that summertime where everyone will be out in the beer gardens and things like that. Or maybe I wouldn't mind doing one. So just give it a go.
It will be hard though, guys, because obviously, you know, those who don't obviously live in England and like you, Nez, you know, we've been locked up for so long. You know, when the pubs and you know, when all your mates or your family want to go out and watch the England game, it's kind of hard not, you know, to say no, because it will be such nice weather as well, most likely. It maybe one or two would be possible, but probably not every single game of England.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, I wouldn't say every single game back. I'll have to pick out the ones. So top 943, great show, lads. Thanks. We appreciate that.
Thank you,
mate. And you say it's great show. Coming to Spurs. Yes, Eunice. Thanks for coming in. And Paddy Stewart. That was Aiden and my son. So Paddy, for one more time, mate. If you want to get back into that thing, find the link, mate. Get back on. And we'll have a quick little chat with you. This will be the last time, though, Paddy. Yeah. So if you really want to get back into the thing, mate, and click on the link and come back in before we go off. Facts and stats, great show, lads. As always, cheers. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Cheers,
Facts
mate.
and stats. Thanks. Nice one for coming
Good
in.
lad.
Absolutely appreciate your nice comments there, mate. Fantastic. So, as I said, guys, see if just wait for a minute or so, see if Paddy's going to come in. If not, we will be jumping off, guys. That'll just give us time to just see if Paddy is coming on, just to say what's coming up on the channel. Tomorrow, yes, guys, don't miss tomorrow. We've got the North London Derby Premier League quiz. So don't miss that, guys. It's Bobby and Josh going up against Kenny Ken and Claude, voice of reason, the Arsenal fans. So it's going to be a really good one. But me and Matt, we've got our questions ready. We're ready to go, and some real crackers. I'm telling you, we was laughing through some of these. Absolutely. I'm still looking at them going, how are they going to get these? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be great. Bear in mind, we know it. I can just sit there and go. Oh.
Absolutely. How much? Here we go. There's one here from Bob before we go off, Matt.
Go on, then.
How much does media affect fan bases?
Probably, you know, you could say quite a lot. I think the media put, you know, maybe some true stories, some fake stories that get fans talking. It divides opinion. You know, you have media who go in and somehow get sources from, like, you know, the dressing room or a leak that's come out, or some of them just lie and make stuff up because they don't like a certain person. I mean, you could say a lot of the media don't really like Jose Mourinho, and they love to be able to, you know, wind him up and use that against him. Yeah, and I think fans listen to a lot of the media. You know, a lot of fans listen to Alistair Gold, who I think is brilliant at what he does. But then there's a few journalists out there who fans do listen to, and, you know, I wouldn't necessarily take it all on board. Yeah, it's a tough one, but yeah, it definitely has I'm sure, a little bit of an effect.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree with that, mate. I think what you said there, mate, the media with all their rumours and some absolute chaotic flipping stories they come up with sometimes, it does split the fan base. I mean, and I totally agree with that, Matt. So yeah, Bob's. I think. What's it? Well, sorry, mate. The question was, question's it. How much? Yeah. It does affect It does affect the fan base. That's what Matt said there, because some of the stories and the rumours they bring out. There's fans that believe it. There's some fans that don't. And they have a little bit of an argument about it. I mean, so it does. I think it does have effect on fan bases. Eunice is doing a critical analysis course in college right now, and let me tell you, the power of media is insane. Persuasion, either side is crazy to see with the methods they do it. Yeah, as I said,
That's interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. But media, oh Jesus Christ,
they're vultures, mate. They're vultures.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bob Spur says, Wheezy led as the media are reporting about. Oh dear, yeah. With the all these Dybala's coming, Spurs tomorrow, sign, we get all hyped in it, and we believe some of these bullshit stories come out. Bob Spur says, Videotry Eunice, I think he's on about Watson Colsion. And I said, guys, thanks for everyone's coming in. Absolutely. That's part. Yeah, that's part of it, Bobs. So thanks for everyone who's tuned in tonight. Absolutely appreciate giving up your time to come onto this channel, guys, and show us support again. We do appreciate it. If you keep supporting channel, guys, we can bring these sort of contacts again. As I said, thanks again for the ones who's subscribed over the last couple of days, over the last day or so, overnight. I mean, it's over 26 subscribers. I mean,
fantastic,
absolutely fantastic. I mean, so must be liking some of the stuff they have seen. I mean, or there is people talking about the channel, which is great. And Bob Spur says, top show. Thanks, Bob's. Absolutely fantastic. And then go to Bob Spur as well. Go up to his channel and show him some love, guys. Brings out some good stuff. He's seriously, and his video making and things like he does, mate. It's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So tomorrow, don't miss it. Absolutely, do not miss it. It's going to be an absolute fantastic quiz. We have got Bob Spur, Bobby Ting. He's part with Josh tomorrow against Ken and Claude. Bob's, I hope you got your.
Hope you're revising, Bob. Come on, I want you to be on top form tomorrow, mate. Get on the phone to Josh. You better not let the side down, mate. North London needs to be white tomorrow, I tell you.
Come on, Bob's and Josh. But I think it'll be brilliant, seriously, to have these teams on, because it's got 4 great guests. Absolutely, I think it's gonna be a laugh. It's gonna be a cracker. So we've got Eunice, brilliant show. Big up you, Simon and Matt, and big up Bob as well. Yeah, absolutely, Eunice. Nice one. And facts and stats say that's why these Spurs YouTube channels come in to help. Where we all can talk and our concerns and actually facts. Absolutely brilliant, fantastic, mate. That's what it's about. This is why we started the channel. Just literally just give fans their opinion, give fans their voice, and come on here and we can have a talk about it. And this is what it is. It's fantastic. So long as it continues, that's what I say. Hope it continues for a long time. I'm the fountain of knowledge, guys. Well, here we go. Hey, bring it tomorrow. Bring it tomorrow.
Definitely bring it tomorrow.
Because some of the questions, Bob, to tell you now, we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch everyone's brains clicking. I'm telling you now, seriously, because. As I said, guys, we'll run through quickly what it's going to be about. The first half is going to be North London derby. Guess the score in North London derby games, and you get extra points for the correct goal scorers as well. So is Matt? Did we say there's 5 questions on that? Then there's going to be 6 questions on who am I. So there's going to be 3 Tottenham players and there'll be 3 Arsenal players. So obviously the Arsenal and the Spurs teams will have to try and figure out who the person is behind the mystery. So then we're going to the Premier League questions, exactly the same as that, guys. We've got just 5 genuine. Matt's got 5 general questions on
5 general knowledge, yeah.
And we've got the who am I? Is it who am I as well?
It is, Premier League players since when it actually began. Crackers. There are some beauties in there.
Absolutely crackers, I'm telling you. Absolutely. So just tune in for that, guys. Just tune in and literally just get involved in the chat. Let's see if you can beat Josh and Bob or Kenny and Claude. Let's see if you can beat the scores and you can be the winner tomorrow. But I think it's going to be really good. And Facts and Stats, big up Simon&Matt and everyone in the chat. Take care, and as always, come on, you Spurs. Come on, Facts and Stats. Thanks for coming in, mate. Much appreciated. And we'll all be rooting for you tomorrow, Bobby. Cheers, Facts and Stats. Make us proud, Bobby. I'm sure they'll put up a good fight. I thought they'd put up a good fight. I think they got, between him and Josh, I think they got over 50 odd years Spurs knowledge. So hopefully they got enough to try and figure out these questions. But you come against Kenny, Ken, and Claude yet again, over probably 60 years worth of knowledge as well. So it's going to be two really good teams going at each other. So I cannot wait. You're welcome, mate. I have all the faith in you, pal. And Bob Spurs says, no fucking pressure. No pressure, Bob. There's no pressure, pal. It's literally just go out there and do it, pal. But literally go back from 1992, mate. That's where we're going back to, up to present. So it's a lot of seasons you've got to go back and root in. But as I said, we're going to end it there. So thanks for that, guys. So yeah, that's tomorrow, guys. And we'll have something planned for next week. We are trying something special for next Thursday. Me and Matt, we are quite excited about this one, Matt, and this one could be a really good one for next Thursday.
Don't want to reveal too much, though.
No. We're trying to get this person on for next Thursday. We are hunting this guy down. But that'll be a good one. If we can get him on next Thursday, it will be fantastic. It'll be an absolute fantastic just to see his career. It'll be just listen to his career, mate. Absolutely. But yeah, we will once we get the 100% he wants to come on, and we'll definitely put it out there. We'll put it out early to make sure we get a good crowd in for that night, because it'll be fantastic. Trying to get him and trying to get me on. Yeah, that's it, Eunice. We're trying to get you on to see the face behind the words. Yeah, exactly, Eunice. Come in one of our chats, one of our call-ins. We want to see the face behind the chat.
We do.
So, as I said, we've been Premier Hotspur TV, guys. I've been Simon. This has been co-host Matt. Guys, just make sure you tune in tomorrow. I think it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock tomorrow, guys. The North London Derby Premier League quiz. Seriously, Josh and Bob's versus Kenny, Ken, and Claude. Voice of reason from the Arsenal base. So do not miss it, guys. So we are going to leave you a bit of sing song, like we always do. And here we are. Yes, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Yes, come on.
Stay
See you
safe,
tomorrow,
guys.
7 p.m. Don't be late.